no ideal optimal way yet for the cloud AI to resolve problem like embodiment. So having that said, yes, I do not believe that in these years a piece of device, an on device alone can really solve that problem, because the problem is so huge. The problem is just too big. Thinking about the AGI and modality. Priority, difficult. That question is too challenging. Every country is important.
Maybe for Latinoamérica first and globally.
I actually, we can prepare a share data. Priority is difficult. Frankly speaking, it's very difficult to say which one is more prioritized than the other, because you can only say which one is more difficult to enter, giving a lot of reason. For example, our brand awareness. For example, for some countries we have relatively higher awareness because we used to be existing brand there. That will be relatively okay because we have user base, so we can relatively easily to communicate with user base instead of changing their mindset, right? For some countries, the supply chain is relatively light. For some countries, for example, the retail partners, they are more ready, better equipped. For example, some carrier partners. So for these countries, we will enter in earlier because it's easier to happen. We'd rather use more budget for innovation instead of advertising. So for these countries, that's why we enter earlier. Like some countries you see in Latin America, right? The Colombia, the Peru, Mexico, for example. So not because they are more important than the other. It's just because we're better prepared. Our partners are better prepared, given a lot of reasons, a lot of circumstances. We can prepare that data sheet for our friends. So, like, of course, yeah, like what's the volume, what's the share there. So with higher share, definitely we enter earlier. So, but we have confidence if wherever we enter, sooner or later will be accepted more than before. This all driven by innovations. Privacy is one of the most critical pillar of our ESG, but it's far more than ESG. It's actually our baseline. Because earlier I mentioned one keyword of our brand equity is premiumization. The other one is actually is trust. Trust is our fundamental of the corporate ethics standard. So AI definitely bring up new challenges for that. When people talk about AI, they talk about the advantage of the generation, but in parallel, definitely they talk about the concerns on ethics standard. Right? That's why actually that's exactly the point of why we emphasize so much about the on-device AI. Because on-device AI, we do not control the data. We let the consumer, the user, to control their own data. Right? So in a way that can be safely, commuting the data with the cloud. Only when you have enough magic, you can counter-strike the magician. This point will be made next week, actually. Yeah, you will see that. We see a lot of criticism, right? A lot of controversial on, for example, deepfake, right? How you counter-strike that? For the traditional technology, difficult because it's so powerful. So it's not until you can come up with your own magician, your own capability, your own AI capabilities, that you can really counter-strike. You can really counter-strike this type of misusage of AI. So that's our job. We'll come up with the on-device AI to equip the user, to make the user. That's why I'm saying so human-centric. We'll make the human to be strong enough to really counter the possible hazard brought about by by other AI, you know, by the cloud AI. I firmly believe that. Just like every piece of technology, you can nuclear technology to build a bomb, but you can also build a plant, the power plant. Right? Depends on how you use it. We have the confidence in doing that. We see this transparency in supply chain. But again, just like I emphasized, so the way we're thinking innovation is the relevancy to the consumer. We have stored tons of purely technology viable innovations. We have stored a lot, but you have to decide which piece of the technology you have to bring into this mass product definition. You have to choose. Transparency screen, yes, it's eye-catching stuff, but eye-catching is not what we pursue until it's really relevant on daily usage. It becomes a pain point on daily usage. So that's why I say it's not happening at least this year, unless George didn't tell me. It's not happening. but that's a reflection of how we think of innovation.